John Calvin, on Psalm 14, verse 1. The fool hath said in his heart, There is no God. They are corrupt, they have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. The fool says in his heart, There is no God. All profane persons who have cast off all fear of God and abandoned themselves to iniquity are convicted of madness. David does not bring against his enemies the charge of common foolishness, but rather inveighs against the folly and insane hardihood of those whom the world accounts eminent for their wisdom. We commonly see that those who, in the estimation both of themselves and of others, highly excel in sagacity and wisdom, employ their cunning in laying snares, and exercise the ingenuity of their minds in despising and mocking God. It is therefore important for us, in the first place, to know that however much the world applauds these crafty and scoffing characters who allow themselves to indulge in any extent in wickedness, yet the Holy Spirit condemns them as being fools, for there is no stupidity more brutish than forgetfulness of God. We ought, however, at the same time, carefully to mark the evidence on which the psalmist comes to the conclusion that they have cast off all sense of religion, and it is this, that they have overthrown all order, so that they no longer make any distinction between right and wrong, and have no regard for honesty, nor love of humanity. David therefore does not speak of the hidden affection of the heart of the wicked, except insofar as they discover themselves by their external actions. The import of his language is, how does it come to pass that these men indulge themselves in their lusts so boldly and so outrageously that they pay no regard to righteousness or equity, in short, that they madly rush into every kind of wickedness, if it is not because they have shaken off all sense of religion and extinguished as far as they can all remembrance of God from their minds? When persons retain in their heart any sense of religion, they must necessarily have some modesty and be in some measure restrained and prevented from entirely disregarding the dictates of their conscience. From this it follows that when the ungodly allow themselves to follow in their own inclinations so obstinately and audaciously as they are here represented as doing, without any sense of shame, it is an evidence that they have cast off all fear of God.